Hey, Honest Abe here. We are broadcasting live for our national launch of the sun-grown Undercrown Dogma by Drew Estate. I am here with a full cast for everybody tonight. First off, let me introduce our man, my right hand, the man they call the GOAT, Alex Tavella.
Oh, I wasn't ready for you.
You're waiting for Paul first?
No, I mean, we got a star-studded cast. I was playing the background tonight.
Oh yeah, I gotta bring in the host first, and now who we bringing in? Is there any order we're bringing everybody in? Are we bringing everybody in at once? I say we bring everybody. Let's see if JD. Let's get JD on here.
Yeah. JD comes. Boom.
What up?
Boom.
There we go. Sorry.
There he
That's
is.
a JD entrance.
Let's get him while we're here. Boom.
There he goes. Eric Gunnarsson, the master sensei himself.
I'm here, ready to rock. Let's go, man.
Is Jack coming on or there?
Jack's here.
I'm union, so I have to take 15 right now, guys. But I'm gonna come back. I'll be back in 15. So that's a standard thing.
Yes, Jack. We got everybody. We got Matt, Jack.
What's
John,
up?
Eric? What's going on, gentlemen? I can't believe it's been a year.
Right?
What a year it's been, Mr. DeBabna.
It's been
Anything happened over on your side? Anything, mentionable, noticeable?
No, just $1 million plus warehouse we can't seem to get open. That's about it. November 1st. We're opening it up November 1st.
Nice.
Write it down. Abe, I want to so my goal tonight is to just be the annoying guy that butts in every few minutes and goes over the deals tonight. So I'm gonna do that. You guys are gonna go crazy. I'm just gonna show off some of the swag. Tell people about. What do you guys call it? 5-pack mania, 5-pack madness.
Is
That
that Jack?
camera works really great, but not so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, you look good, Jack, but you ain't moving, brother.
I'm frozen.
Yeah.
You've been frozen.
But it's
since
a
you got
great
out.
freeze.
Frozen
You look
caveman.
great.
That's awesome. Wait, hang
You
on.
couldn't
Somebody
pick
take a
better picture
screenshot of
than
that
you
so we
froze.
can send
Are
it
you
to him.
kidding
It's
me?
perfect.
You guys go on without me.
There it is. You're back. You're
Yeah.
back.
Back?
He's playing with the
There we go.
settings.
What
you
the
can
heck?
tell.
There we go.
There we go.
Expensive camera. Well, I just thought that it was a good shot. That was actually just my profile picture. We'll try this again. I'm just gonna show some stuff with my camera. Hopefully it works. It doesn't work, but you guys call it 5-pack mania madness, whatever it may be.
Frenzy.
5-pack frenzy.
There you
Apologies,
go.
improper nomenclature, but we have some cool stuff. So we have this Sundog tumbler. If they buy 2 5-packs, it's supposed to focus on it. Whatever.
How about that? Might work
Here
fine.
it goes.
Let's get this up.
There we go. We have if they buy 2 5-packs, they get this amazing branded tumbler and 1 raffle entry. If they buy 4 5-packs, they get the insulated cup, the sampler 6-pack, and 3 raffle entries. And these all are any Drew Estate. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, that's correct.
And then if they buy 8 5-packs, they have an amazing crystal ashtray, 8 raffle entries, and then the pièce de la résistance. If they buy the Sundog, we have the Savage Feast, which is a JD event only exclusive. It's a Liga 10 in the Feral Flying Pig size, and then also we have this incredible piece of swag, which is the Liga 10 Flying Pig cigar rest. And this is, you guys are the first time. I think you guys were the first ever Savage Feast event we did. Yeah, and this is the first time we've ever broken out this bad boy. So it's
Listen,
pretty,
I got to tell you, I think we just got them today or yesterday, and I didn't realize they were as big as they are. It looks smaller in the picture
yeah.
than when we got it. I said, man, this thing is hefty and it's big. That thing is nice. It still looks tiny in Abe's hands, but trust me, it's big.
Everything
old.
looks, listen to me. Everything looks tiny in my hands. That's what story I've been sticking with my wife now for like that. This actually is a really awesome piece.
Badass.
And then, not to mention, Abe, you hit the gong earlier, but we're raffling away a Sundog gong, gonger included. Nobody's sure what you call the
Mallet.
The
It's called a
mallet.
mallet.
There we
Yes.
go. Eric did the research.
I did, yeah.
Perfect. So the first
Wait,
thing,
we're giving away something other than that too. We got the humidor.
Man,
correct,
Yes.
Look at
Get
that,
right
baby.
down.
an Undercrown 10 humidor.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
It's they're incredible humidors. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Now, we've done this a couple times. We did this last year, but we shouldn't operate under the assumption that everybody follows us and knows every little thing that we've done. So I wanted to talk to you guys, this crew, you three, the people that were the genesis of the original Dogma, the Maduro Dogma, and now this is the second year we're bringing back the Sun-Grown Dogma. So now both of them are shipping this year, but maybe I'll start with you, Eric.
Yeah.
How did these come to be?
Well, first of all, Jack, look at this. I'm doing the same thing you are. This box, look at this. Look at this,
Yours focuses.
look at this chunky box. Look at that. You just pull
Frank.
one of these. I'm gonna pull one of these bad boys out right now.
Coming off the hinge.
Yeah, there we go. Oh my gosh. So what happened was way back in the day, I'll make the story quick, but way back in the day, we had this event on the dojo, and during the event, I made some sort of comment about a dojo stick, doing a dojo cigar, and Abe called me within 3 minutes, and he was like, "You want to do a dojo cigar?" Like, this is way back in the day, right? Like 2013. We had only been around for a few months or whatever. And I was like, yeah, we'd love to. And he's like, you just name anybody that you'd want to do a cigar with. You name anybody. And I was like, anybody? He's like, just anybody. And I was like, well, I mean, this is kind of crazy, but I'd love to do something with Jonathan Drew. And Abe was like, I'm going to call him right now. And he called him, and JD was excited. JD was sort of familiar with the dojo at the time, and he kind of liked what we were doing. And so we started the project right then. And then a year to the day from that, that little meeting that we had, the original Maduro Dogma came out a year to the day. That's the story.
I had to dig into some archives because Jonathan actually came to visit me to talk about the cigar after I'd called him. And this is actually the photo of John and I's first in-person discussion. about doing this project. See if John remembers that.
That.
Nice.
This is like just at the start of this, and I was holding up that dojo piece because that's literally the day he came by and we were literally talking about making a project with the dojo guys. You remember that photo, John?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's going way back.
Yeah, we put our heads together collectively and we decided, what is that? That photo's got to be circa 2013.
It's roughly a year before the release, so it's at least 1 year before the release of the original Dogma.
Yeah, so it's probably 2013. Yeah.
And when we talk about Cigar Dojo, when we talk about Drew Estate, our three companies have something in common. JD, I'm going to pitch this question to you, and it's kind of the community side. Like Abe does such an incredible job with Smoke In Socialites, and before that, just the community around Smoke In and the great smoke, and then obviously the Cigar Dojo. That's kind of where I cut my teeth, and Eric's a great friend of mine, and then the Drew Estate community, and these three communities kind of coming together on an amazing project. Do you want to talk about kind of the community aspect of this triumvirate? I think that's actually a word too. So kudos to me.
The first thing I'll say is I liked when Eric picked up the box of the Dogma. You held up that box. You're like, look at this box, how chunky. Like, you're a dude who's around a lot of cigars, whether it's Drew Estate, Fuente, I don't care what brand it is. That Dojo Dogma, and I saw you, Jack, also grab the box. It's those sticks, those fat, chunky Robustos. This is really, it's great, the community side of it. We're going to get into that because that's what brought us to the table is the community side. But the sticks themselves, this has been around for a while, this product, and this one we nailed. And, throughout the years at Drew Estate, we've always been so experimental. People be like, yo, you guys have pushed the limit, whether it was a coffee infusions or acid or Kentucky Fire Cured. It's not just about like making fancy packaging with some bullshit names or whatever, but we've worked tobacco in ways that is unimaginable. The biggest factory in the world, but whatever we've done is always pushed hard on creating blends and being at the source of tobacco and being the biggest buyer in the world of premium tobacco for premium cigars. Where this product here is really the pride and joy of the Dogma, of Dojo Dogma. This stick has really been an exceptional product. So, that for me is first and foremost, and that Robusto kills it. So the community side of it is we've always been about community. Drew Estate, we've always been about, when everybody else were real formal in the cigar industry, give a handshake to each other from like here. We were like hugging, giving a pat on the back, talking shit in each other's face, the whole thing from the beginning. We've always been like that, loving style of a company. And when you're able to build commune and community and fellowship, it really caught my attention what Dojo was doing. And the way they were doing it and the fun and the aspect and caring about each other. So, that caught my attention. And Abe, I've lived in Abe's house. Many guys know the story, this and that. We've been friends for a very long time. We've been together through thick and thin. Abe's word resonated with me in terms of, look, because I'm a pain in the fucking ass. Everybody who works with, I'm a prima donna with everything. It's got to be right. It's got to be on point. It's got to be to the letter. It's got to be what I don't give a shit if it's intellectual property on the legal side, on the blend side, on the processing side. So I like the style. I like dojo style across the board, and it was right fit for us. It brought something new to the table, and since then, I mean, you guys have done so much even beyond Drew Estate in terms of bringing that franchise of saying, hey, look, here's a product. We want to work with this company or that company and build on that. And the fact that we were your first and that we, set this shit off, that's very Drew Estate-esque. So we've got a lot to be proud of, I think, for being able to call a winner and be part of what you guys are doing. So we thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives there. And that's really geared to the dojo community. Eric,
JD, I just to thank you as well. Like all of this stuff that we've done since then. I can't imagine it going the way it had gone any other way had it not been for that initial Dogma, kickoff, because that was just, I mean, you start with Drew Estate, if you start with Drew Estates, it's rough act to follow. So, but it's been a great ride, man. I can't thank JD and Abe enough for like believing in us way back then, man.
Awesome.
It's been a long ride. It's been a good ride for all our organizations. I just think that you took something and ran with it, and it's been a huge part of the dojo community. And it's become part of cigar culture, And I think that first launch was epic. I think it was one of our, one of the best launches we've ever done with any one of the top ones we've done with any of our brands. So any of our projects here. So it was great to be part of that first dojo experience. And we've, over the course of 25 years, we've done major epic events with Drew Estate. We got one, hopefully we're going to put together this year. And I love the fact that we've been able to grow together and intertwine our companies together. It's been a good ride.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's really cool? Jonathan, I don't know if you remember this, but I think it was in New Orleans at the IPCPR show. And you sort of pulled me aside, and I don't know if I've ever told this story. I've told other stories about your talks with me, but I don't know if I've ever told this story. You pulled me aside at IPCPR and you were like, oh man, you guys are doing great. You're doing great, but I got to give you this one piece of advice. And you said, don't ever stop coming up with new stuff. Like, you got to keep moving. You got to always keep moving. And I took that to heart. Like I realized it gets stagnant so quick. And you were so smart to tell me, like, you got to keep moving. You got to keep doing things, adding stuff, changing it around, this, that, and the other thing, keeping it fresh. So we've always tried to do that based on your recommendation to me at that show.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I think that one of the biggest problems that I've noticed throughout, life is, I was talking to Sergio and a couple of my people today, there's so many people who we come to the table and we'll sit there for an hour and we'll be like, yo, listen, here's advice and here's what you should do and temper that, what you should do, what you should consider to do, right? And then, the input that comes back, wanting that input from someone you trust or someone you think's got talent or whatever. And people are real stingy with that shit. They're afraid to give you, their shit to lead you in the right direction. And, I've always been about, and this goes across the board to a lot of companies that I respect, Abe being one of them, Pete Johnson, Tatuaje being another. And there's many of them where, I would always have said to people like, look, why don't you think about this? Or why don't you try that? Or this didn't work for us, but I think it might work for you. And, when it comes to bringing new things to the table, this is really interesting because people want new shit. But the problem that the mistake that a lot of people make is they think that new, or I want to change the world. Well, what is it you want to change the world? What are you looking to do? No, I just want to change the world. You should change your fucking underwear. Forget about changing the fucking world. If you don't got the hot shit, then you ain't changing shit. Like, it doesn't start. It's like data. Asking the question, or what are we looking to accomplish? And then let's get the data. You get the data first, and then ask the. That to me is it. So I think what you guys have done, clearly is you've really been thoughtful about what you bring that's new. First of all, like when you held up that box, I was like, that is a feeling of pride. And we'll get into that in a second, the Liga Privada 10th Anniversary Savage Feast. But when you pick up that box and you're like, look at this box of Dojo Dogma, it's like, man, we can be proud of that. That's not new because we want to change the world and it's filled with a bunch of hot fucking air. That is a product that we can really be proud on. And look at what's going on. You got Abe up here, yourself, Eric. Abe, same shit with you. Once you decided to hit him with the power blast, you really dug in. And what it comes down to is quality versus quantity. So you could come out with new shit all the time. But the more crappy stuff you come out with, you start to build a reputation for that. So, I think that tonight is a celebration for a lot of reasons, and one of the things that make me feel proud and why I'm on tonight's show on a personal level is because you continue both of your companies, Cigar Dojo, Smoke In. You guys bring things to the table that are of high quality. Forget with your frequency. Putting that aside, and I think that's where I want to be, because whether it's a quality in your product or a quality in your program, your quality in your app, your programming, I think that's what people are demanding at this point from us, because we are leaders in the industry. We may look a little fucked up, talk a little shit, but at the end of the day, so that for me, that's what it's about, and you guys do it right.
I'm gonna take a second to be annoying and pop the promos again. So this is my scheduled. This is union time, so I just want to make sure we get the promos. And this time I'm gonna go in
I got
reverse
a piece
order.
of swag that I don't think you showed that you had, but this is like
Yes, I'm actually using it as my ashtray.
Look at this.
These things it's so well made and it's so heavy. You could, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but it's it's a chunky ashtray. It's not
It
it's
really
not
is.
Yeah, that's
Look at
dope.
that.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah.
People go nuts for these ones. So people might be asking out there, well, Jack, how in the heck do I get one of these amazing crystal ashtrays? I'll tell you guys, you have to buy 8 5-packs, 5-pack frenzy. So if you buy 8 5-packs, we have our traditional 6-count sampler, which is a good sampling of our traditional portfolio, and then you have this amazing Sundog branded tumbler, and you also get 8 raffle tickets for our grand prize raffle of the Undercrown Humidor, and also the Sundog Gong. I guarantee your neighbor does not have Sundog Gong. And then, we don't do a ton of these Savage Feast events, and this is the first one ever where we're doing the Liga 10 Flying Pig cigar rests. So these are super duper limited. This is the first time we've ever gotten them out on the market. And not to mention, you get 2 Savage Feasts in this double coffin, which is not only is it a ridiculous cigar, but your friends are going to be so damn jealous of you for picking this up. And we don't do a ton of these, so I would urge you to jump on that deal. Look at this camera. Come on. When it's not frozen, come on. And then
Jack, throw that pig back up there though. I want people to really see
the craftsmanship is crazy on this one because
It's a hefty pig too. It
literally has the Liga
Chunky.
10
It's chunky.
chunky. And I don't know, is that a behind the scenes thing, or are we letting people know, or are we just gonna you cannot bill your Uber to us if you're at the cigar shop during the chunky portion of this show, just so you know.
I have to say it does look bigger in your hands.
He's very petite.
Bigger in your hands.
It's a decent look. It's not about the size of the pig. It's about the motion and the whatever.
Let me tell you something. This is a heavy duty. This is a gorgeous heavy duty insulated gum. So
Nice
it's
work.
all
Brand.
top of the line.
Come
True
on.
Estate always does. And with every qualifying purchase, you get an entry. We're going to do it at the end of this broadcast. You can win this True Estate Undercrown Dojo branded. If I took this home, my wife would divorce me like a week. That's how I would call my kids in the morning. I'd be like, coffee.
Dinner is served.
Here is served.
And we also have this beautiful humidor. I think
Yes.
Alex got it up. And we're going to be giving those 2 items away with every qualified purchase you make. Go to smokein.com. There's a slider which will take you right to the event page with all the 5-packs, the qualifying True Estate brands. You throw them in your cart, you'll get a raffle ticket, you'll get the swag. It'll all go out to you. It's a hell of a deal. Before we get on a tangent, I just want to say something. I don't want to beat a horse up too much, but something's coming to fruition, which was actually started by Jonathan Drew. I know we talked about it many, many times, and that I would have never even gotten into the mail order business and e-commerce side of this business, or I might have done it way, way later. But either way, Jonathan literally spent 2 weeks talking me into it. I kept, giving him reasons why it wasn't even going to be worth our time, or we couldn't make a difference in the game. And not only did he do that, and then it happened, and not only did we become pretty successful at it, our first warehouse is opening up in 2 weeks. So November 1st, we'll be opening up our warehouse, our new fulfillment center. It was supposed to be September 1st, but it got backed up. It looks like November 1st it's going to happen, and that's basically a fruit of the tree that Jonathan Drew planted. So, you know, it got us there. So we're very excited about our new fulfillment center. We'll be having. In fact, I'll let people know. It is kind of funny. It was actually scheduled to be the 11th of November. Then we got the call from the Drew Estate guys. They wanted to do the Dogma launch. I'm like, well, we can't do a warehouse, you know, grand opening event and then 2 days later do it. So we actually had planned together. We coordinated to do it both today.
It was supposed to be today. Yeah.
Today was supposed to be the warehouse launch, coincided with the Dogma launch, and we had press releases, and then we just sat down and looked and said we weren't ready. So it kind of made this easier to do an event without coinciding it. We pushed it back to November 1st, but yeah, it was supposed to be today. But November 1st, that warehouses, and I know I've thanked you before, but Jonathan, I'll thank you again. That was a road and a path you set us down on. Look where we're at. So thank you, brother. You
know what, dude? If for those who don't know, you know, one of the things when I first met Abe, it was at a trade show. It was at an IPCPR. He was really in the very early stage of smoking, and it was like a mom and pop shop. And I got to meet this guy, and I'm like, wow, you know, I liked the way you were talking about your pizza night. Yeah. He was going on and on in my ear for a fucking half an hour about his pizza night, and what I liked so much, Abe, you know, was how much you cared about your people. Like you really, your handful of customers. It was your operation. You were doing already good for your operation, but it was small, and we started to get to know each other. And the more I got to know Abe, the more I got to realize, like, man, you know, your voice, not the way it sounds, that too, but you know, your passion for the industry, your passion for cigars, premium cigars, and the culture behind it. And, you know, everything is an investment. And when you invest your time into people, what I really always appreciated was you gave back as much as I gave. And that was what my point was earlier, is you gave back everything that I gave you in terms of talking to you about, do you remember our first value-added conversation?
Yeah.
About when you bring your website live, what you know, if a person buys this, they get that. Just the basics. And Abe was like, so yeah, and it was early on, and we since then we've always had this, you know, this relationship, helping each other, you know, each one teach one, really, you know, like kind of religion. And in that religion has always been something that we've brought from the Drew Estate side out, you've brought from the smoking side. And the fit was great with Cigar Dojo. One of the things that I wanted to say again, you know, about the cigars was, do you guys know why this cigar tastes so fucking good?
Because it's made with love.
Yes, this cigar is really one of the standout Undercrowns. Undercrown has become, you know, in the tens of millions. I don't even know how much fucking business we did. It's so ridiculous. I'll probably get a call from corporate. Hey, you're talking about the money. Talk about the fucking money. What the fuck you think? This product has become a huge monster brand for us. Undercrown has become like a iconic brand for Drew Estate. And why this dojo, why the Dogma, I always call it Dojo Dogma, fucking full name. This cigar is so rich, like the tobacco itself. And one of the things that was really important to me, I don't know where it happens in the conversation.
It's right here. Yeah, you're putting it on the tee. It's right here.
Somebody got to tell these motherfuckers about this stick. Yeah, this thing is too good. Like, it's not just about community. It's not just this cigar. We're really proud of this. I mean, this is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we talk a lot about when these projects happen, you know, because that's nice, the story, how it came to be, you know, the ethos, how everything happened. But we've been trying to, and I'm smoking one right now, and I'm going to ask Eric and then Matt. This is sometimes it works, sometimes there we go. Come on, I'm going to ask Eric to do, you know, Eric, try to be as objective as possible,
All right.
and not, you know, like I know that you're a little biased because your logo's on it, but you know, give us a real, you know, go back to the early cigarreview.com days or quickcigarreview.com days and give us the once over on the Sundog.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, it should be noted that in 2017 we gave the Undercrown Sun-Grown cigar of the year. That was our cigar of the year, and so we knew then that we wanted to dogmify that cigar. Like that was what we really, really wanted to do. And we got talking to Jonathan about it, and he was all. But get this, think about that. That was 2017, and this cigar didn't come out until last summer, 2020. So for 3 years, the Drew Estate team worked to dogmify the sun-grown version of the Undercrown, and so that's what we did. So get this. It's it's Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, which we all love. The binder, you guys all love this one. It's the Connecticut River Valley stock cut cured sun-grown Habano. That's what makes it so rich and tasty, as Jonathan just mentioned. All Nicaraguan fillers. It's a 5x54. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is a very chunky 5x54. You might need to get the fact checkers out on the 54 part of that, because this cigar feels massive in your hand.
Disavow.
Yeah, disavow. I can neither confirm nor deny that. But it starts off, this cigar starts off real spicy. Oh, think of like a hot tamale candy at the very beginning. And then as you work your way into it, that's when you start to get the roasted chestnuts, a little butter sort of flavors. But here's where it all happens, because this is a perfect cigar for fall, because somewhere in about the inch mark is where you start to get that cinnamon flavor. And the cinnamon flavor is really what made us love this cigar so much in 2017, those cinnamon notes. And then as you wind down, Jack, as you wind down into that final bit, that's when you get that buttered toast, a little sourdough bread, a little touch of caramel as you're winding down. So it's a journey, and it goes really perfect in the fall with this type of weather, because you get those cinnamons and nutmegs and the cabinet spices. And I'm a big cabinet spice guy. To me, if a cigar doesn't have cabinet spice, I'm almost not interested. Like, cabinet spice to me is something that a cigar has to have. And this little chunky baby is filled with cabinet spice. So that's what you're going to get. It's a roller coaster ride of all good. Like, it's all good. There's no downs. It's just a roller coaster of ups. And so,
we're trademarking that, by the way. Roller coaster of ups. That's gone now.
So
Matt,
it's all cinnamon, baby. Cinnamon.
Yep.
You gotta love cinnamon.
Matt, not to put too much pressure on you after roller coaster of ups, but
Yeah.
what do you think when you smoke the Sundog?
The amazing thing, and Eric is spot on with his descriptions. I mean, you can't be any more descriptive than he has, so I can't add anything to that. But I will say,
I wouldn't want to go after Eric.
It's my bad, Matt. Sorry.
What can you say? I was like the most perfect review.
Exactly. The only thing I'm going to add,
his excitement, it was perfect.
the only thing I'm going to add is that I love that it's so goddamn smooth smoking. I mean, it is just so easy to smoke. I can smoke these one after the other, and it's that spice is great. I love the spice bomb at the front of it, but like Eric was saying, the finish is so nice and smooth, and it has that just like that little natural sweetness, and I just love the way it smokes, and the size, like you said. I love the chunky Robusto, the super chunky Robusto. It's just fantastic, and it really does. It's just a unique blend. I'm so proud of you guys for what you did with this brand and this particular product. It's absolutely awesome. So thank you guys. It's been fantastic smoking it. So I enjoy it.
Thank you.
I'm going to fly through the deals again, just in case somebody, is just tuning in now. Just a reminder, we got the 5-pack frenzy. So 5 packs, any Drew Estate cigars. We're doing a raffle at the end of the night for the gong, the one-of-a-kind gong, and then the amazing Undercrown 10 humidor or 2 options. So 2 5-packs gets you 1 raffle entry. You get the amazing tumbler. And then if you get 4 5-packs, you get an insulated cup, 6-pack sampler, 3 entries. 8 5-packs. That's the crystal ashtray, which is pretty incredible. And then this is going to segue into our next segment. If you get the Sundog 2021, you're going to get not only will you get the rest, the Liga 10 rest, but you'll also get a 2-count coffin of Savage Feast and the tumbler and the sampler pack. So, if you haven't bought it yet, what are you doing? Come on, let's go to the link on the bottom. Let's, But besides that, I wanted to get into now, JD. I want to talk to you a little bit about a Savage Feast and in this cigar and this project. The thing that's incredible for me, I mean, I remember standing in line to meet you in 2014, and you handed me, I think it was back then, it was the A. And I got that coffin, and you signed it, and I just I held it, and I was like, oh my. And in this virtual age where we're we're still able to give away that moment and that memory, or at least we hope. You know, there came a time for the next generation of the JD event cigar. And I think that, you know, the team in Nicaragua and Joey and the creative team on Fun really knocked this out of the park.
Yeah, you know, one of the things I was thinking about, because, Cigar Dojo, you did a really nice, really, really sweet. Matt, you did a nice add-on as well, cigar review. Because, people got all sorts of fancy fucking Jiminy Cricket jumping shit around, and humidors giving away, and Crazy Eddie. But like, the cigar has got to be good. It's got to taste really. You need to be like having that salivation going, and like, oh man, and the smell. People are like, whoa, that smells so good. What is? Even people don't smoke sticks. Be like, yo, what is that you're smoking? And Drew Estate, Abe, you guys know. Everybody, when we first came out, we was like the acid guys, which is the United States #1 selling brand, maybe the best selling brand in the world at this point. But yeah, it is. But we were always like the acid guys or the infused guys, and it was a really hard, like Danny Benevito or whatever the fuck his name is. He was like a child actor or some shit. And then you had to migrate over from like that to being like a real actor. Right? And everybody's like, no, he's over there, the Partridge dude. So we had to move over and transition and transcend from the infused guys with this huge brand that everybody fucking knew. And we had to like make that evolution over to the traditional side. That was a hard journey. And, people take it like, oh yeah, Drew Estate. Somebody told me the other day, you got the Midas touch. The Midas touch. We was broke for 15 years. We had no money. I was the last motherfucker with medical insurance, all sorts of shit. So, this whole transition for us over the last 15 years or so, a little bit more into traditional cigars has been something people may not realize was very interesting. And it's a story in and of itself of transition, of that piece of it. So the Savage Feast is a celebration of that. When you guys, for those of you who have ever smoked a Liga Privada, a Liga 9, or a T52, for us, we've always held like, when I think of the brand that like set it off for me, when I opened my store at the World Trade Center in 1995 or 96, what set it off for me was Opus X. I was like, yo, that brand, Opus X, that is like the pinnacle of unfucking believable. And to this day, I still feel the same way. Even the story of it, it's beautiful. The farm where they couldn't grow any wrapper leaf in the Dominican Republic, and Fuente did with their Chateau de la Fuente. I mean, just beautiful, romantic, and built in truth. Beautiful. And I was like, someday we'll be able to tell a story similar to Carlito's family. Because that to me is like the aspirational thing of like the highest beauty in the cigar industry. And Liga Privada for us, so many companies out there would say, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to have a Liga Privada. And, Liga Privada for us was and is that brand celebration for us that really allows us to say, this is our masterpiece. And we have others that I think that different people like. Some people think Kentucky Fried Cured is that masterpiece, and that's beautiful too. So the Savage Feast is, for those of you who get them tonight, I'll just give you an idea of what it is. Basically, in our 10th year of Liga Privada, we wanted to do something really tremendous. And everybody said, yo, don't have Willie blend the cigar. You got Liga 9. It's already one of the most sought after. I think it had Cigar Aficionado's top sought after brand of the year 2-3 years in a row. I mean, people, that's big because, we're not always at the top of Cigar Aficionado. But they were like, yo, don't have Willie blend the stick because they could, what if people don't like it as much as 9 or T52? I was like, fuck that shit. That's my dude. That dude is here for a fucking reason. My man is the best blender on earth. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That's my opinion. All right? Fuck you if you don't agree. This guy, boom. And I said, he's going to do it. We're putting Willie on the case. And not only did he blend the Liga Privada 10th year anniversary, but at the same time, he did the H99. And everybody's like, we can't pick one that we like, but it was so good. And, when I asked Willie to blend me and that was an incredible journey because he's such a humble, loving, nice guy, and this challenge was like scary. It's like your reputation. How can you blend something better than League of Nine, or even as good, or T52? And he never ran from the challenge. I give him tremendous credit for that because it put a lot of risk on his court. And with the Liga Privada 10th year anniversary, this one here is the Feral Flying Pig size. I said, Willie, I want something for my events that'll be special for something that I'm doing, whether it's with Abe or any of my friends or any of the people I do events with. And this stick is strong. This is a very heavy cigar. This is not for your novice guy. If you're an acid guy or this or that, trade it. You'll get a couple of $100 for it, or probably you could say, I don't know what you do with it. But this cigar is heavy. It's very strong. It's full. It's a big, big stick. So, I don't want to brag about the cigar. I didn't blend it. Willie blended it, and Joey packaged it, and Anfan ran, our head of brand management, developed it. It was a full team effort. And tonight, that 2-count coffin is really dope, right, Abe? You get that with any purchase, I believe, right?
Sun-grown dogma.
The Sun-grown Dogma. Yeah, if they get a box of, it's we're basically giving it away at that point. I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
You didn't send enough to give away with any. Yeah, we didn't get that many.
But
you know what I mean when I say give. It's not given away, Jack. It comes with as part of the package.
Yes. I'm saying it's such a good deal that it's like you'd be kicking yourself tomorrow if you woke up and you didn't have a couple of these in your humidor.
Yeah,
that's what. You go ahead.
No, I already went through it.
Yeah, so one thing I wanted to bring up was H99 because now I know that we've turned Master Sensei into an H99 fanatic. And we have H99. I'm just gonna say keep an eye out. We're gonna have some big stuff coming down the pike. But Eric, talk about that cigar for just a second.
Jack, I honestly I cannot wait until that cigar is in everybody's humidor because it's been a long time. I mean, I remember back in the day when we would fight to get our hands on a League of Nine and that kind of stuff, and we were this is the pinnacle. This is the best cigar in the world. I feel the same way about the H99, but in a different way. That cigar is got this gorgeous salty note on the tobacco when you taste it on your lips and your tongue, and I'm a sucker for that. I make no bones about that. I talk about it on our show all the time. If a cigar has that little bit of a salty note on your tongue and on your lips, I just love it. There's something about that makes a cigar just taste so good to me. We gave that cigar a 93. It was one of our favorite cigars that we've smoked in the last couple of years. It is absolutely phenomenal. When people get their hands on the H99, their mind is gonna be blown. They're gonna be thinking about the H99 in their dreams, and they're gonna wake up and they're gonna say, "I need to get another box of that stuff," because Jordan will tell you, he's sitting right over here right now. We've been smoking that cigar like crazy, and every single one is amazing. There's no letdown. It's a roller coaster of ups.
You guys, that's such a good. I don't know if you had that written down or if it just kind of came out. But that's incredible.
Yo, you know what I'm hearing from that shit? It's I'm gonna get a call from you or Joe Grow, one of these dudes, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, Cigar Dojo and Abe, they want to do a H99 or something for the dojo," and I'm gonna go.
Yes, that will happen.
This is recorded, but
just consider it happening right now. I mean,
Anfan already texted me 7 times, so I'm not gonna.
Tell JD no, he's got his fucking trap.
We call this the seed.
Yes, exactly. This is how these sort of things come to be. I wanted to talk about kind of pivot. We were talking about the future for a little bit, but I wanted to kind of pivot to the past and also the future at the same time. This year is a big year for both Smokin' and Drew Estate, and actually next year is a big year for Cigar Dojo, but that's a later thing. It's 25 years of both Smokin' and Drew Estate this year. So I know we kind of dropped a little bit of a teaser back when we talked about the Pope launch. We don't have to get into it too much, Abe, but I want to talk, now that you got the warehouse coming, what can we look forward to, this year and early next year from Smokin'?
Well, I'm going to start first with the 25th anniversary. We haven't finalized a date, and it's really funny because I have the last stick in a bag with the name on it. It's I was tempted to smoke it today, but I didn't. I'm holding on to it. But for our 25th anniversary, and I'll be honest with you, when we reached out a while ago. We've been working on this for a while. I didn't even realize it was coinciding with Drew Estate's 25th anniversary. I didn't even realize we had started literally at the exact same time, which only made it more serendipitous, if anything. But that was my, the first company I wanted to reach out to do something very special for our 25th anniversary. And we have one heck of a stick. It's the largest production of anything we've ever done. And we met down, we've documented this. There'll be some stuff coming out released, but we went down to the Tanya Braun's factory, met with Willie down there and Sandy, and you guys have put together an opinion, one of probably maybe the most epic microblend in-store release, whatever you want to call them at this point. And we're very excited. We're going to release it this year. And we have some cool things lined up with it. And there's still a little bit more of a story behind this, but I'm very, very excited about this project. And it's going to be a milestone for my organization, me personally, my family. Very, very, very excited about this. But yeah, I got from the samples of the blends that you guys sent us way back. I literally got one stick and a baggie in the humidor back here. That's it.
Somebody, I think it was Joe Grow that said, "Don't tell Will Coop we got a teaser on our hands." So this is like the teaser to end all teasers. But yeah,
this is really important to me. I want to release it outright, get the information outright. There's been literally like semi-documentary made of this for us, and we've just been so overwhelmed. But we're gonna get it straight, and it'll all be out soon.
I personally am incredibly excited for this project, and I know that everybody that is watching is, going to message all of us after the show and say, oh, "Okay, you can just tell me a couple things."
It'll help when we get a date set down.
Yes,
we can really get the news out there. When we finalize that date, we'll be good to go. We'll get the news out.
And I'm gonna do a quick shameless plug, if you guys don't mind, for something that we at Drew Estate have going on tomorrow night. So if you guys are tuned in tonight, well, you might not know that Freestyle Live, our show, is tomorrow night. So, we dropped a little bit of some news tonight. We're going to have some news dropping tomorrow night. And there's going to be, there's a series of these coming up. Tomorrow night, we're going to give away a motorcycle. We're giving away 5 slots to win a Bitcoin, which, JD, I don't know if you know what the price is. Last time I checked, it was in the mid $50,000 range. So if you guys are watching this show tonight, be sure to tune in tomorrow night to our Facebook page at 7 p.m. So that's just a shameless plug for Drew Estate if you guys are watching now. Also, if you guys are watching now by chance and you haven't heard about the deals, well, why don't I tell you about them one more time before we kind of move on? If you have purchased or you want to continue to purchase, we're going to have a little bit of time before the window closes, and we're going to do the raffle at the end of the show. We're doing 5-pack frenzy, so any Drew Estate cigars. If you buy 2 5-packs, you get 1 entry. The swag we have is a Arctic tumbler, Sundog branded. We also have we're giving away traditional 6-count samplers. So if you buy 4 5-packs, you get the same cup, a sampler, and then you get 3 raffle entries. You buy 8 5-packs, 8 entries in this amazing crystal ashtray that we have offered, which is super duper dense and high quality. Some would even call it chunky, if you will. And then if you want to buy some Sundog, you will get the option you'll get the opportunity to smoke some Liga 10 Savage Feast. And then this is the first opportunity to get the Flying Pig cigar rest, which is, it's a decent size depending on whose hand is holding it. It's just a nice offering. So with all of that said,
Jack,
Eric,
I just want to add on something.
Yes, sir.
Sundog is also available in 5-packs.
Perfect. So that's a great idea to add that to
your 5-pack of Sundog. That'll count towards your swag count as well.
Perfect. That's a great idea. If anybody wants to game the system, that's a nice one to get yourself some raffle entries up. Now, Eric, I've given everyone the opportunity to kind of plug some upcoming.
That's the one.
Right,
that's the one stick.
Look at that! Look at that!
I haven't even smoked it yet, but I've heard.
I was lucky to have one.
That's my last stick, and there's some writing on it. Anybody who knows me might have an idea what that's about. And before we go on, I just want to say something else cool.
Yes.
John's been one of the guys literally throughout my whole career, whether it be taking a billboard out at the Met spring training, or whatever. John's always been involved. So we have another project that we're getting ready to launch, and I'm very proud of it. We put a lot of work with it, and of course, Drew Estate, as always, is involved in this project. And that's this baby. This is our
Oh my
Advent
goodness.
calendar. Yeah, this is our Advent calendar that's going to be coming out. Drew Estate is involved, as always, with all our projects, and this is what she looks like. So this news will be coming out of this. In fact, we're just waiting for the box to arrive. They were supposed to be here in August. We're ready to go. But this is what it looks like. One cigar for 25 days of December. They're drawers. You'll pull them out. It's a self-humidified box. So just stay tuned for Smoke In. We'll be popping up the news on these beautiful self-contained humidified Advent calendar.
Jeez, that was probably a pretty easy project to put together. Yeah.
It was about a year. Literally a year over in the works. And the boxes were supposed to have landed August, and we're still waiting on them. So
Now, if somebody hasn't gotten in on the Advent calendar, are there still slots available? Or
we
is
haven't
that...
even put them out yet. We're making 1,000 of these, Jack. So we got plenty. As soon as they're in my possession, and I know we have the boxes, actually, we will release all the information when they'll go up for sale. But yeah, this is gorgeous. There's only 25 cigars in here. We're proud that Drew Estate once again involved in all.
Congratulations on that, Abe. That first of all, that looks beautiful, and I love the concept. And I know the cigars that are in there, whether they're Drew Estate or others, are going to be exceptional. 25th year anniversary for Smoking. You guys have so many stores at this point, so many employees, so many people who believe in what you've created, and you're wise to put the year and a half into creating a beautiful item to celebrate that moment, because it's real. It's not bullshit. It's not just fictitiously made up and stuff. So let me tell you, we've already knocked it off. We'll be no, just we actually pride ourselves not to do that, except for Matt Booth. I want to give my man a big apology. Did you see how we fixed that shit up? We fixed it. My man 101, room 101, we fixed it. Much love to my man Matt Booth. We fixed it. So
I plead the fifth.
I was gonna say there's some inside story there.
Matt was actually, he was very cool about it. He was cool about it. Yeah,
he's cool. He knows me. We've known each other a long time, man. And we also give each other advice. Have spoke to each other throughout the years. And he was like, "Yo, JD, you got that advertisement that we did with the dojo had that Japanese looking piece to it." And he was like, "That looks like my shit." I'm like, "Hang on." Oh no, and he's such a gentleman. So I want to give a big plug and a big shout out. Abe, you sell room 101, right?
Yes, we do.
Good. I want to give a big plug out because my man's good. He is so committed, and I really consider him a friend. So I'm very I just want to say what a gentleman. Throughout the years, everybody knows Drew Estate is innovative. We don't need to knock off nobody. We are like, fuck that shit. We set the bar. We never been biting. And every now and then, when you create something and you don't, you stepped over the line. So what a gentleman. And we corrected that. Anyway, I liked everything so far that we've done tonight, in terms of covering cigar, the dojo, the Dogma Dojo, Dojo Dogma, all the stuff.
That's the next one's going to be the next one's going to be the Dogma Dojo. That's what we're going to call it.
25th anniversary at Smoke Inn. We spoke a little bit about Willie Herrera. We gave a big plug out to my man Booth across the board. And I also, Jack, you know what? Shout out to you, man, because,
cheers.
You do a very excellent job, and it's always fun working with you. And Matt, you as well. Matthew Lightner, who's with us tonight. You weren't introduced, but I will introduce you because this guy's been in the business over 20 years. I remember Matthew working at different companies in New York. We're all here tonight. They're as much fun as we're having and as many cool things as we're releasing stuff. I pride myself living in the factory for 19 years. The first 6 years, I barely left Nicaragua. When I did, I slept in Abe's house. For 1 year or so, I slept in your house. I was going through a tough time with my ex-wife and stuff like that. And Abe put me up. And, at the end of the day, the people who I want to surround myself when it comes to my side of the business at Drew Estate and on the tobacco side are people who really, either know about tobacco, know about purchasing tobacco, growing tobacco, fermenting tobacco, processing it, pre-industry, industry, despair, whatever the areas of tobacco that you know about. That's very, very important to me. And secondly is on the culture side. And here on the U.S. side of it, tonight has been a beautiful evening because we've talked a lot about quality tobaccos. And that's really important. I think lots of times we get lost in the hype. And I think the thing that has really made Drew Estate grow as a company so much, when we opened Cigar Safari in Nicaragua, when we opened up the factory, people started coming to Nicaragua and seeing the factory and seeing the fucking football field of tobacco in this building that we have. And they come in like, this is a football field, a football fucking field filled with tobacco as high as a football field. I don't know, $40-50 million of tobacco, like mind fucking blowing. And to me, that's what we can never forget that in what we do. We can never forget that in what we do, that we are charged with making cigars that taste beautiful, that are not just marketed beautifully, but have beautiful taste, heavy, thick, dense tobaccos, and I think tonight we conveyed that. And that was a really big part for me. I was after Cigar Dojo. I was like, yo, you going to do a review? Yo, you hit it out of the park, man. I really appreciate it.
Roller coaster of ups.
And roller coaster of ups. It was easy, Jonathan. Hey, man, this cigar, it's easy to get excited about.
I just want to say, I'm going to watch this video in the beginning afterwards, but I really thought I did introduce everybody. If I did not introduce you, Matt, I apologize. But I thought as everybody came on, I introduced them. But if I dropped the ball, I am sorry.
It's all good, Abe. It's all good.
But I thought I did.
Yeah, you don't have to introduce me anymore. I'll just you could just, we'll just.
Jack, I wouldn't have felt guilty, but Matt.
No, you shouldn't. Nor should you. One thing I'll say is I pitched our stuff that's coming up. Abe, I pitched your stuff that's coming up. Eric, do you have anything to plug coming up? Cigar Dojo. If somebody's tuning in, what is Cigar Dojo? That sort of stuff. Hit them.
Well, actually, we have our Wednesday pairing show every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern with Robbie and Randy, which is a blast. By the way, that's sponsored by none other than the two guys on the show, Drew Estate and Smokey.
Three guys.
And Jack too, yeah. And then we do Smoke Night Live every Friday night, so that's fun. But the exciting thing is right now, me and Jordan are just starting to work on our phase 2 of Dojoverse. Development is starting already. We're going to be adding some really cool new features that'll hit some of the features you won't see because they're like behind the scenes features. But then we have one really big feature that I can't say yet that's going to hit early in 2022 that we're really excited about, that we think manufacturers, cigar producers, those kind of guys are really going to find valuable. So that's the only hint that I can give. But we have this idea that is going to really demonstrate the power of the brands within the cigar market. So that's coming probably January 2022.
Oh,
Yeah.
Abe, you're fucked.
Yeah, just go ahead and schedule a call with Joe Grow on that one. The answer is yes, probably, whatever.
Yeah.
This is chock full of teasers. This is a teaser palooza.
This
So
guy's
now-
too smart. He's too good. Look, I got fucking hair. Somebody asked me. Yeah, I got some fucking hair on me. All right.
That's good genetics.
Yo,
Okay,
so
I've never seen
wait,
Acid
so
Man
this
Gary.
is Dojo 2.0 or what? This is scary. I'm nervous.
It's all part of the Dojo verse, but we've been planning for a long time. We had to have phase 1, we had to have phase 2, and so this is going to be the phase 2 portion of it, and it's no small task. It's going to take some time to do, but we're hot and heavy in the development of it right now. It's going to be super
Would you
cool.
say that the app is slender or kind of a chunky rebuild?
I would say
If
it's
you're
chunky.
on the chunky side.
It's
Okay.
definitely chunky.
Yo,
If anybody-
Abe, the deal is like, what we've learned is the more that you surround yourself with heavy hitters, right, with guys who are excellent and strive for excellence, the more you push yourself, right? If you're with a bunch of fucking slouches, you're like, these guys are like 7.9 years behind me. So you're like lackadaisical, smoking Chiba outside. When you got these young guns over here and they're all smart, yourself included, Abe, you've pushed us to be better, and Eric at the dojo, fuck, the guy is too. Yo, I want to throw a shout out. Yo. Oh shit! You guys, this is a good book right here. Look, you can even see my shit up top. Like, I give my man. I want to throw a shot. I know he ain't watching. Maybe he is. Whatever. But the tobacco in his handbook. That's it. A quick plug out to the Cuban community. My man Jorge Amateros, right here. I just want to say, like, I've been rereading this book. I've been around this book since he's worked on this book for 10 years, and it's come out years and years ago. But what a great book, and I've been rereading it. For those of you who shameless plug, but you know something? That's a solid read right there for those of you. Anyway, what's fucking next?
I want to call, first off, I want to call it so that Alex can start downloading all the stuff. So at this point, anybody who's made a purchase from the event page for the Drew Estate launch since noon this morning, so in the last 8 hours, we're cutting it off right now.
Oh, shit.
Alex is going to be downloading all the names. It's going to take him a few minutes, get all the entries going, and then we're going to do the live raffle for the Dojo Undercrown Gone and the beautiful Undercrown humidor that we'll be giving away and shipping out to somebody. By the way, just so you know, that Mega Stand Ashtray we gave away that last event cost us $440 to ship to the winners in Alaska.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
It was Alaska.
Matt, you got to take him out to dinner or something. Nice. I'm talking porterhouses. Porterhouses, Matt.
These prizes are great to give away, but holy cow!
At least the gong. I mean, the sword. You might have had to pay some sort of like damage insurance.
Yeah.
Look at the pig is kind of small. I mean, it looks smaller when you hold it, but that's not so bad. Now, I will say the crystal ashtray has some heft to it.
It does have some
You
heft.
shipped it out. The Mega
Chunky.
Standing to Alaska.
We shipped
Yes.
it to Alaska, but it all
Isn't
came
all
back
this shit
around.
fixed? Don't you guys have it all fixed?
Had we
Never.
known, right? But
They
it all
wanted-
came back around this weekend, though, because we actually had those same people from Alaska come
That's
down
right.
to our Boynton headquarters to celebrate Tom Pauser's 50th birthday with us.
Yep,
So,
they're on right now. There they are, Tom and Michelle. Yeah, so
You guys couldn't have driven it back, Tom? Come on.
right? You can't drive it back within Alaska. The guy's got to take a ferry to get an oil change.
He's got to have some dogs mush it.
If he changes the oil on his car, he's got to get on a ferry to go change his oil. Yeah. So it's a 2-day event.
That's incredible. We had a giant hand carved from Subculture Studios, and the guys in Subculture Studios are like none other. But it was a pig, and it was kind of our version of a tobacco store Indian. But it was this giant. I would say it weighed 500 pounds, maybe. And we're giving it away, and everyone's like, "Okay, please, like Florida, give me somewhere." And the guy was Washington State, like as far as it could be. And Ryan Gallimore is watching the show tonight. He's our head of consumer engagement. And he was like, this pig, every day he would walk by it and he would just look at it and he'd be like, let me know who wins it. Like whatever it takes, we can make a deal, this or that. So we ended up shipping it out there, and it was in the middle of COVID. So we give it away, boom, COVID hits. We can't find a way to crate it up. We can't get in the office. And we give it to this guy who was great about it. And then he goes, you know what? It's just too big. I'm going to go ahead and give it to my cigar store, my local cigar store, which is good. It's in good hands.
Right.
But when I told Ryan Gallimore that, he's like, what the hell? He's like, I'll go get it. Like, who the hell is this guy?
Real quick. Rich, hurry up.
Oh, he's in the shopping cart?
He's not finished, and I don't want to pull the raffle.
Yeah, come on,
getting him in. Hurry up, Rich. We're literally waiting.
Hurry
This is
up,
also
Rich.
you can lightning buy. I mean, if you're quick enough, you could probably lightning buy 40 boxes of Sundog
Well,
really
it's
quickly.
nice that we put all the event products on one page. So they don't got to go nowhere. It's all on one page.
Yeah,
Like,
so I mean, if you haven't bought it yet, you
I
maybe have
got it.
90 seconds to just kind of re-up. I don't know if you like your odds. If you're a gambling man, and then what's the worst case? You lose and you just have a bunch of amazing cigars to smoke. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yo,
It's a no lose.
No, I was just gonna say while we're waiting because we got time. Alex needs a few minutes, so we got to tell stories now for a little bit. But
Yeah, some war stories.
I just want to share something because one of my arguments with John, because I didn't have the vision, I couldn't comprehend it at the time, was when I didn't want to start shipping cigars. I was like, how am I going to relate to people? I mean, I love it in the store. I see them, I talk to them, I interact with them. How do you do this online? It's so cold, and that was one of my biggest arguments. And he was a lot more smarter or enlightened than I was at the time, but especially through social media and still am. And one of the things that I'm really proud of that we've done, I wish we had done it sooner, is we started our own socialite group. And just to give you a little concept, because we're talking about the pausers, and this is what made me think of it. These guys came all the way down from Alaska to celebrate their Tom's 50th birthday here. They had found us during COVID. They are part of our social group. And not only did they come from Alaska, people flew in from Colorado, drove from Virginia. All our members of our social, there was at least 20 people here from out of state that came down for that couple of days. They flew in from Alaska. So it was such a beautiful thing to see. And
you've done nice with that. That's the smoking socialites, right?
Yep. The page is about 10 months old, and we just broke the 3,500 person mark. And I'm
a member.
We just don't blindly accept anybody, because there's a lot of bots and stuff on there. So it's a really active group, and everybody's in there. They're so awesome. They're always
Yo. It's funny.
What?
Wait a second. We're all getting into
two different things completely.
We're all this way, that way. Yeah.
But it was great. They had come all the way down, and you're right. They flew all the way down. We had a beautiful weekend. That was awesome. It was really awesome to see. So it was very cool.
Can you talk a little bit about the coin, the Abe coin?
The Abe coin?
This is now this I have not seen. I mean, I've seen some swag hunting, because us at Drew Estate, we like to have the rare, the good, the seek it out. I have seen a fervor over the Abe coin like you wouldn't believe. What do they got to do? Say that this is the first time I've ever seen anything smoke in. I found my way here, and I want an Abe coin.
We have 2 coins, and they're basically coins. It's just it's just our little token. Say thank you. So how the Abe coin started, I just gotta give props. I forgot the name of the gentleman who made these coins, but this is really badass. He's even got my hot dogs on the back of my head. So I mean, if you want to talk about detail, he's got my little my fatty hot dogs on the back of my head. But
do you have to pay extra for those?
I know, he just
I'd be pissed off.
Added the hot dogs. So basically, what we do in members of our group, we have a thing we call Socialite Love, and it's shared a lot. And when we see good activity and people just really involved and embracing the culture we built there, we send these out like 5 a month. We just sent 5 or 6 out yesterday. So we just send them out randomly. People don't know they're getting them. We send them out specifically without tracking numbers that they could get. So all of a sudden it comes in this blue foil envelope, and they see it and they get excited. And it's just, we have a deck. So when we see somebody do something really cool, or somebody very active or social in the group, we put their name on the deck. So we got probably a list of 30 or 40 people. And then every month we just pick 5 or 6 and we send them out. And I'm not kidding you. We have a goat coin. I don't know where it is. We got a goat coin, which is people who share our group, what we do, to other people. So hopefully, make our community larger. And I'm not kidding you. There was a guy in my office who's a local. He's a good customer. We don't sell these things. And he's in our group, and he's active, but he's quiet. He's not really, promoting anything. He literally was offering me money for a goat coin.
You don't have to out Matt Lightner like that. It's okay. You can
trying to buy one. I just couldn't do it. I said, you don't understand. If we sell it, it just ruins what the whole thing's about. I'm not sure if he got it or not, but we wouldn't sell it.
I'm already getting texts.
Alex, you got a goat coin by you?
I don't, but I can grab one if you want.
I was just going to show it. I didn't have one on me. There he goes. Grab a goat coin.
Abe, I have a question. Are you going to have like an army of people just writing the notes? Like with the warehouse upgrade, have you talked about handwritten note upgrades? Like, because that could be a potential problem down the road. Yeah. No, we've gotten this far. Listen, it's honestly one of the things, probably not so much anymore. So look, I'll tell you a story, because I've been doing it myself since day one. It's the thing that my shipping people argue the most with me about before, right? Like, why are we writing handwritten notes? I mean, during COVID and some of those sales, we were bringing in bartenders who weren't working, just sitting writing notes all day, right? But now they've seen it. They've seen it, like the socialites coming to town. We dropped a limited edition item. There was like 80 or 100 of them the other week, and Tom and Michelle insisted they wrote the handwritten notes for all the customers. Wow! So they actually enjoyed doing it. So now the shipping guys get the value and what the importance of that personal touch to say, hey, we hear you, we see you, we know you, and we appreciate you. It resonates in the letter.
and now they don't. Nobody they're all happy for it. They understand the depths of the importance of that little.
Who's got the worst handwriting? Who's got the best? Oh
There's,
wow!
there's the Abe coin.
I kind of want to take a bite out of it.
It's basically a penny. We made a penny, heads and tails.
That's
We made a penny.
Very cool.
So it looks like a
Yo,
penny.
we got a coin too. It's called fucking Bitcoin, and we're gonna give you
Oh dang!
tomorrow night is part of. We're almost there. Abe, listen.
Is there a cash option for that?
Yes.
Yeah, listen. All that.
Is there really?
Yeah, you have to.
yeah.
Yo, right now, for whoever's watching this shit, you better watch us tomorrow night. We're gonna do on the Drew Estate Facebook, since we're all plugging shit, we are almost halfway there. We have 2 more shows and we give away a Bitcoin. Right now it's up to like $57,000. So, if you got your Coinbase or you got your crypto.com or you got your bullshit or you want the money, however the fuck it works, whoever wins our shit in a couple of days, like I think it's like October. So
So
No,
tomorrow, tomorrow is the first one. It's February is when we give away the actual coin.
February. So over 4 shows, over the next couple of shows, tomorrow being one of them, we keep picking 5 winners. Then after we get our 5 winners, this show, next one, boom! Right after New Year comes, we come to February, and Abe, you can win that shit. It's for real.
Not to mention the grand prize winner tomorrow. You win a Harley Davidson, but you also are eligible to go to the next leg of the sweepstakes. So potentially you could come out of this with
You win a Harley
crazy amount.
Davidson tomorrow, Abe. You get
And
a
they just
Harley
watch it.
Davidson. You get a
They watch
Dojo
it live
Dogma.
on Facebook.
Yeah, watch it live, make a comment.
You make a comment, you can win a Harley Davidson.
Yeah, tell your
tomorrow.
mom, tell
and
your
a
mom, tell your
Bitcoin.
sister, tell your brother.
Right.
Do you get 1 entry for every comment?
No, it's 1 per person.
Yeah,
Each
you
person.
get
But
one.
actually, I wish I could say yes, because then our engagement would just be insane. But no, just 1.
Right.
No, it's just better this way because if you make a comment, you could say whatever. Fucking Drew Estate's the
Well,
best.
Be
And
polite.
Yeah, you got to say something nice. And whatever.
Say something nice about JD or myself.
And then you get in the contest and you get your ass a Bitcoin if you win this shit. And I remember when I said this to the group, to the company, I was like, everybody was looking at me. I was like, I want to give away a Bitcoin. And they were like, we have important things to discuss. We have
Like you're speaking Spanish.
Mosaic and the and Ernie Padilla's on the line. Hey, what is he doing? And it was like, what the fuck? And I said, we're going to give away a fucking Bitcoin. And, it's really interesting because a lot of people out there now are really getting into cryptocurrency, whether it's Ethereum or Solana or Bitcoin or whatever, Polkadot, whatever shit you're into. And it's for real. So tomorrow night's going to be a fun time. This was a fun time. I just want to give one last on my side because I got to start signing out. It was an early day today. I want to start off with you, Eric, at Dojo. Is to not just you and everything you've done. You're a good dude. Like you are solid. For Drew Estate people out there who want a great community to be part of, Dojo, Cigar Dojo is it. It's a great space. We love being there with you guys. And that's why everything that you do, we always support you. And you do it with class. You never disappoint us in your technology, in your innovation, and about your care of your people. So thank you for everything you've done for us and for the cigar community. And Abe, to you and everybody at Smoke Inn, Drew Estate, we have a very tight affinity with you. The products, I remember after we did our first product together, afterwards you did the Apocalypse with Pete Johnson. And I was like, oh man, what a beautiful product. Or the next one might have been Padron or something. It was just like you really have a skill for working with and finding great talent across your teams and across the products that you sell and market to the community. So, it was a great show tonight, and it's always fun working with you guys and everybody who supported the show through the purchase with Smoke Inn, with Cigar Dojo, Drew Estate. This is not a product we all get rich on and stuff. There's a lot of hands in the pot. This is a fun one, and Willie did a great job blending it, and the team at Drew Estate. So, and Matt, thank you again for handling the account so great. The GOAT, my man Alex. beautiful production tonight, and thank you for always taking
Thank
care
you,
of
brother.
us. So, so
That-
on the Drew Estate side, thank everybody very much for everything you guys do for the community and the cigar world and shit like this. We love it.
Now, JD, I just want to thank you so much for those comments, but I sort of feel bad because I'm about to one-up you because we are considering at Cigar Dojo to not give away a Bitcoin, but we might give away a single Shiba Inu coin. I mean, it's I know that's getting crazy, but it's literally worth 0.00027. So hey, come on, I mean.
The worst part about it, homeboy, is it's down like 26% in the last like 4 days. My man Matty Rock was all excited. It was up. It was like, did you see Shiba? It's up 71%. I'm like, yeah, I got $1,000. The shit's up. And the next day, he's like, yeah. And then I'm like, oh no, fucking Matty's gonna be upset. Man. Dropped like a fucking rock. All right, but don't worry.
Stay tuned for this.
What's up?
The Bitcoin giveaway tomorrow, and then also the big Shiba giveaway at Cigar Dojo.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time. What do you
How
think?
we doing, Alex? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
What does a goat sound like?
Sounds like this.
He's got a little thing. Let's give away the humidor first. Let's pop that up. Show it on the screen. See who are lucky. It's a gorgeous humidor. That picture doesn't do it justice. It's really big and gorgeous, man.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful humidor.
One would say it was chunky.
Let's see who the lucky winner is of that humidor.
It's gonna be those people from Alaska. I'll be fucking pissed.
We'll ship it. If it's the Alaska people, we'll
If
ship it.
it's the Alaska shit, this shit is
Listen, they're coming back in February for the Great Smoke. I'm just going to hand it to them if they win.
We'll get you another one for them.
Holy cow, look at that wheel.
Oh,
It's a decent amount of entries.
Oh yeah, we have over 700 entries in here.
Holy cow.
That's awesome.
We ready?
Yeah,
Yep.
man. Let's see who the winner is.
Here we go.
Rich Lie's not allowed to win, just for the record.
It was Rich I was waiting on.
The middle of that wheel is very psychedelic.
Yeah, I'm tripping out, man.
I am slightly.
I think it's Ernie Padilla.
Adam Hiller.
Hey, congrats.
Congrats. You won the humidor.
Yo, I know that dude. That dude is a trainer. He's a trainer.
He's a trainer, Adam Hiller. He got
Yeah.
the humidor.
No,
Now
I've
we're
met him
gonna
at your
play-
store, bro. He's a trainer, I believe, and I've met him and his dad at your shop at a cigar event.
Let's give away the gong. Let's see who wins the gong.
Adam Hill.
You don't have have
see
a
it.
ballot, do you, Jack?
What's that?
You don't
Yeah,
have
he
a
has a
ballot.
ballot.
It's in the warehouse. I'm just too stupid to ask for it.
Adam Hill.
I'm using a Herrera Lancero.
All right, are we ready for the
By the way,
gong?
whoever wins this, it's been slightly used.
Yeah.
Lightly used gong.
I used it all day. All right.
I gotta give Alex props, man. Our IT video guy's been out, and he has managed to figure all this stuff out on his own. So
Oh, wait, it's a different Adam.
Well, they don't call him the goat for nothing.
Exactly. You earned his nickname.
yeah, I'll give him the go.
Yeah.
He's gotta
Go get it done.
He's got to earn the tea.
All right, here we go.
Different Adam.
Here we go. This is for the commemorative. Edward Ryan.
Congrats, Edwin.
Edward Ryan. Before we head out, before John heads out, I just want to say my little things. John, as always, thank you for your friendship and your support. And you have been somebody, I guess I'll call you my muse. You've been a muse for me over the years and always keep me thinking ahead. And I appreciate that. You instilled that on into me many years ago. Eric, I picked you out I think when you had started Dojo 2 months, and I thought you'd been around for years. And we had you on KMA very early on, and we've had a wonderful friendship and business relationship over the years. And it's awesome working with you guys, you and Jordan and the clan. You guys are the best. Matt, thank you for always taking care of us business-wise. Matt's always on the ball, doing everything he can to keep us going and taking some of my crazy ideas back to the team. He's awesome. And I got to tell you, Jack, you are the quintessential host. You've missed your calling, my friend.
What do you mean? I mean, I'm smoking and drinking. I'm here.
He's killing it, dude.
I could see him having a late night talk. You are the quintessential host, You have the personality and the kindness, and it's so easy to listen to you, man. Thank you for doing these things and getting involved with us, Jack. Love doing all these things with you, man. You're the best.
Thank you for putting up with me, Abe.
No, you're
Yeah,
rock
I mean,
solid.
Jack is the best. After he left, our ratings went way up. So I mean, he's got to be incredible.
Yeah, that's the post Jack bump.
But you know what?
Reverse roller coaster.
In Jack's defense, he's like blossomed a little bit since you left. I think.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I think
he's
so.
much better at what he does.
I got a
Less
shameless
less
plug.
show juice.
Less show juice.
And Alex, thanks, man. I know it's been a rough week for you getting all this stuff with our guy being out, picking up. Look how beautiful this background is. The presentation of this broadcast has been epic and stellar, man. Always doing a great job.
I got a shameless plug real quick since we're all shamelessly
Plug it.
plugging away. I'm doing double duty tonight. So after this broadcast, 9:00, I have the reveal show with Fred Rui, where we will be revealing the 5 cigars from September's Connoisseur Club. The event link is in the Smoke In Social tab. You do not have to be a member of the Connoisseur Club to join. You can come on in and see what it's all about and see what goes on in the Connoisseur Club.
Nice.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Otherwise, everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for all being
Thank
out
you
here
so much,
tonight.
fellas.
It was
Thank
fun.
you guys, Abe, Alex, John, Eric.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m.